Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brooke. Thank you for joining. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram. I am taking a sabbatical per se from it, but you can follow me there. But make sure to subscribe so that you're up to date on all my new videos. I talk about houseplants and DIYs on my shorts, really anything regarding that. Today, we are going to be doing a plant shopping video, which I've been doing some videos of going to big box stores to try to find uncommon plants that everyone else is finding in, the world. However, I have not been able to find any of them, so I've kind of given up on that. But I did visit some plant stores that I knew would have good things. I haven't been plant shopping in a minute, and so I was excited to see what they had because I haven't been, again, following on Instagram, so I didn't know what their inventory looked like or anything, so it was a surprise. And I did pick up a few items. I'll show those at the end of the video, but I wanted to just show you what a good plant store looked like instead of the dud Lowe's and Home Depot that I've been finding. Today I visited Plants and Planters, which is in Richardson, Texas. And I forgot, Suburban Plants and Mesquite, which is my favorite plant store in the area. North Haven Gardens, which is a really awesome, very beautiful garden center in Dallas. So let's go see what they got. So some really great stuff. These large Perus as well as those Rhaphidophores. You have some Pipers and some Anthurium here, or those are more Perus, but this is a Philodendron blitiae. Here is the Anthurium magnificum, which are really beautiful plants, and some red hearts, Philodendron I think is what they were called, but a ton of small Scindapsus and Adansonii and Rios, which these were actually really beautiful Rios. They had great variegation on them and really long leaves. And then I found this little Manjula, was the only one, and the only Pothos Shangri-La. And then some Ficus chivrianas, which are really pretty and very interesting. Then they had some Dieffenbachia reflectors or whatnot, and more Philodendron, the Jose Bono. Here it has some variegation on the newest leaf that it's pushed out, but otherwise looking at these you wouldn't think anything of them. But they have a Squamiferium, which I am a little nervous to get one of these because I feel like it's going to treat me like the fuzzy petiole did, which wasn't a good experience. And this really full, lush Philodendron Rio here. It's so pretty. I wish mine looked like that. Then they had some white princesses here. They had two left. One of them had a half moon right here, and the other ones just kind of looked actually like mine, like not real
strong on the variegation. But a ton of syngonium, which I love these little confetti syngoniums. And I actually really love these. These are cryphanthus. I don't know how to pronounce that, but they're very interesting, extremely sharp, so don't go running your hands through them, but very pretty. More syngonium and pearls and jade. And then they had these really small little tie constellations. My husband really wanted to get one because he wanted to start over, since ours is such a large one and a slow grower, but we didn't. And these really full, lush baskets of the carrii, the Hoya carrii. I love these. They're funky little leaves. And then a ton of little Hoya that you see here. What I appreciate about the North Haven Gardens is that they label all of their plants so you can easily tell what they are and the care for them. I think for a new plant parent coming into a sea of plants, that is a really great, just helpful thing to have. But I did find these beautiful variegated heartleaf philodendrons. These have been on a list that I would like to have, but they were $109, I believe. And for the little variegation that they had, I just didn't feel like that was worth it. But they are beautiful. They just have a ton of different varieties of plants. Again, they kind of have them all categorized together in the same family, so it's really easy to know what they are, and they just have a ton of options. This little carrii was $40, I believe, and that's a good little deal for, oh, it was $35. But then I've also seen these Hoyas in Lowe's lately. I cannot remember what the name of them are, but these macrophyllus I thought were beautiful. I actually had one of these guys a long while ago and killed it because it was just a little plug, but those were gorgeous. And a ton of different varieties. I just think that they were all very beautiful, well taken care of, healthy little plants. microphylla, some ficus teneki, which were really cute and fun. I love the variegation on them. And then a ton of tenanthe and ficus and dracaena, pretty much any plant that you could possibly imagine they have. So they have a ton of cacti and a great selection of succulents. Look at these chain of hearts. They were blooming and living their best life. These were so long. And again, just a ton of cacti selection. If you are looking for a cactus, this is a great choice for you. They had a ton of varieties and sizes as well. So that guy was about to bloom. And then they have a ton of different succulents. I thought these were very fascinating. They kind of remind me of pings, like the carnivorous plant, but a bunch of snake plants. Then they had my favorite plant, which is a Maranta variegated, or a beauty Kim. So beautiful. And just a sea of other types of plants. I mean, up and down, these huge jungle boogies. They had huge aglaonemas, yuccas, dracaenas, really anything.
So you saw a lot of good plants, which is exciting, which you saw some of the plants that, like the, not Pink Princess, but White Princess, White Knight, White Wizard, whatever, that people have been finding in big box stores. You saw at the Suburban Gardens. And then Plants and Planters is literally, it says welcome to paradise, but it really is. It's an awesome greenhouse. Now, the other half of their store is all pottery, and then outside they have a garden area, which I didn't show, but it's a beautiful setup. It's like true greenhouse. They have usually a lot of rare plants. Like I've seen them have Florida ghosts before. That's where I've got my Stanleyana albo monstera. And I feel like another kind of rare plant. And I've gotten some of my cacti from them as well. And then the North Haven Gardens, they have a lot of unique plants as well. They're the only plant store that I've ever seen carry the philodendron heartleaf variegated. Wow, it got really bright. That's terrible. I already look like dust. The variegated heartleaf philodendron. Now, I have wanted one of those. However, I don't know if I saw it or showed it in the video, but it's $108, and I don't feel like that is worth it to me. I know that that is a very uncommon plant that you don't see often. However, I just don't feel comfortable paying that much money for a plant that, if you saw the pots, were not even half variegated. Like it was pretty much just a green heart leaf with some good variegation on it. But for $108, I'll pass on that. So I did pick up two plants. I picked up one at Suburban Plants Suburban Plants in Mesquite, and I picked the other one up at Plants and Planters in Richardson, Texas. So we'll start with Suburban Plants because it's my favorite plant store. They always have really great, unique plants. They always have like a rare section of the table. As you can see, they have Anthurium magnificum and another Anthurium, a bird's nest. They had some huge rhaphidophores, which were beautiful. I didn't show this in the video because there was only one. I picked up this philodendron mayoi. I almost said mamei, but mayoi. And this plant was just sitting in a mix of White Princess and White Knight, or whatever. White Wizard. There's three of them right now that are very popular, but it was sitting in the mix of that. And I saw it and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I did not see any other one. So this was the last one. But these guys are very beautiful plants when they get to be really large. To me, they look like a mix of a Monstera deliciosa and a palm tree, because their fenestrations or pedunums, whatever, get really deep and elongated and almost look like a palm leaf. And so they're very beautiful, but they trail and climb. And so I picked him up for $20. I thought that was pretty awesome. I have seen these, $20. I have seen these in different plant stores in Fort Worth and in larger forms, but I thought it was so fun as this little guy so that I can watch him grow. But you can see the leaf shape is just very defined and pretty. Kind of gives you like a Thamatophyllum vibe and a lot of other philodendron vibe, but I don't have a philodendron that is quite this deep. Don't have the one. I don't know. What am I saying? This guy is so fun and so funky, and I'm excited. It has a lot of new little growth in there, which is great because, again, this was the only one that they had. And so I didn't get to pick like the cream, cream of the crop. But yeah, I picked this guy up for $20. He's adorable, from Suburban Plants in Mesquite. The second one that I picked up was again from Plants and Planters, and it's this Ficus shivriana. Now, I have seen these around. They are very popular, or they were very popular a couple months ago, and now I have seen them drastically change in cost. And so I found this one at Plants and Planters for $24. Decided to get it and try it out because it has two stems in here. So it's got two plugs, or two stems. Might be one tree with two different branches, but I picked it up because I thought that was pretty awesome. All of the other ones had just one stem coming out of them. I did see these at Suburban Planters? Suburban Plants in Mesquite. But they were, I think, $30 or something. And so I thought $24, okay, we'll try it out. I am going to keep this one under my T5 green grow lights. It sits kind of next to a humidifier, and I feel like it should do fairly well. So this is a ficus. It is not a Ficus lyrata. It's the Ficus elastica. And so I am hoping that it's easier to care for, like the Ficus elastica, which are an easier to care for ficus, and we'll see how it goes. Now, this guy is very pretty, dropping soil everywhere. The variegation on it is awesome. I love the white and the green and the cream, but this guy right here is very white in this area. And so it's just a fun ficus. I really do like my Ficus elastica. I have a Ficus lyrata, a Taneki, and not a ruby. I had a ruby. I have a burgundy, but I think the burgundy is called a Milani. I think it's called a Milani. I'm not sure. It's burgundy. It's like burgundy and green, and it's very pretty. It's super easy to care for. It sits in my southwest facing window, and I really enjoy it. I like that tree. And so I'm hoping that this guy is as easy as that one. We'll see, because it's, again, variegated. So I'm not sure how well it, acts, but it is a very pretty little plant, and I'm excited to see what it does. If it grows large, that would be awesome, but it is clearly going to take a lot of time. I know that my Ficus Milani, it pushes out new growth constantly, pushed out new growth all through winter, and it is a fast grower. So I'll be excited to see if this one is as fast as the burgundy or whatever. But that is what I picked up. I think this guy is fun. That was my plant shopping. It was at least a lot more successful. Again, I didn't know what their inventory looked like. I didn't know what they would have, or if they would have anything fun. So this was a total just surprise, and not on my list or anything of needs or wants, but it's fun to get them. So let me know in the comments what you would have gotten if you were on this plant shopping, and make sure to subscribe so that you can see more. Maybe we'll go back and see what they have next time. So thank you for joining, and be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.